insured.
You are insured.
Do I need makeup?
Probably. Is there time for that?
I need something. I'm hideous.
Just got to do the. What do I do with my? What do I do with my hands?
That's why they're in my pockets.
Okay, what is it?
It is a 1963 Mercedes Benz Unimog 404 114. The 404 being primary model number, 114 being its sort of trim. This one would have been a cargo carrier. It would have had a deck on the back with sides that fold down and a fold up top with canvas. Troop transport, ammo carrier, munitions carrier, supplies. This one was fitted with air brakes when it left the factory. They've since been removed. So this would have towed generators, who knows what else.
Alright, where'd you find it?
Found it browsing Craigslist in the Dalles, Oregon, up by the gorge between Washington and Oregon border. Let's see, that was what? April? May?
Yeah.
Early in the year. When we were still hopeful.
Yeah, that's spunk still.
Before COVID ruined everything.
Just pre-COVID.
No, it was just after COVID.
Oh, that's right. That's why we had free time.
Mm-hmm. Middle of the day, I get a text back from the guy saying it's still available. He wants to sell it right away because he's moving to California. I text my buddy Bo, who's behind the camera. Just like, hey, can I borrow your trailer right now? For what? That Unimog I linked you. Because you always have that friend that you link weird vehicles, neat stuff you find on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace.
Then how was it when we found it?
It was even rougher than this. It had a box steel and like tin cab on it that we'll clip some pictures in. The steel was welded decently and the cuts were okay. The tin on the cab looked like he'd cut it a ½ inch at a time with tin snips.
What about the bed?
The bed. That looked like a patio deck, and his words were, I was trying to make it into a camper. This bed barely supported my own weight, much less the weight of any camping equipment. He also had the fuel tanks strapped up on the back just over the rear shock mounts.
In a wooden box.
In a wooden box. It's like, he had the right idea. He just didn't have the execution down.
So
we stripped it off and turned it into what we have now. More square steel tubes, some left over, some I had already. Cut down the boards we had from the deck and made it into this small but functional bed. We used it to strap the gas tank to, strap the battery to. That was in the passenger seat. Yeah.
What else have we done to it so far?
Changed all the fluids. Front portals had mud in them. Transmission had milkshake in it. Rear axle was okay. I don't know how, because it leaks like a sieve, but the oil in it was good and full. It's got a Mercedes Benz OM617 3-liter 5-cylinder turbo diesel out of a 300D in it. It has the California emissions manifolds on it, so it has a big catalytic converter essentially. They make 125, the original M180 6-cylinder 2.2-liter gasoline engine made 80 horsepower. So it was a good upgrade.
What are your plans for it?
Plan is to restore it. We have a second cab that's in much better shape than this one. We'll cut sheet metal off of this as needed. The engine, I've got regular manifolds. I'm planning to upgrade to an HE 221W whole set turbo. They're just more modern, more efficient, a little bit smaller packaging, so it'll be easier to fit under the cab sheet metal. And then looking for a flatbed for it, have a PTO for it. Just want to make a work truck that I can do kind of everything with. Go camping, go wheeling, haul stuff.
Cool.
Maybe car shows.
What all parts wise do you have for me?
Like I said, I have a PTO box currently. Picked that up from a guy in Corvallis. I've got spare cab, seats that need to be reupholstered. Somehow managed to get 2 driver's doors. Windshield that needs the glass replaced and new windshield wiper motors. I have an electric power steering assist unit out of a Saturn Vue that I'm hoping to fit. These were all manual steering in 404s. 404-1s, 114 and such. I think the 404 zeros that look more like the 406 and 416 had power steering as an option. The channel's called RestoMog. We're going to basically RestoMod this. It'll be mostly original, but we'll modernize certain things. The engine, new turbo, that'll be modern. Changing all the electronics from 24 to 12 volt. Putting in modern lights, wiring. Probably use a harness from Painless or somewhere.
Cool. And your Facebook and your Patreon?
Facebook, RestoMog. YouTube, RestoMog. Patreon, RestoMog.
Simple.
Easy peasy.